Hey crafty friends, Diane with the Rowdy Raven here, and today we're going to do part 2 of our junk journal. We're going to add some pages to it. So I'm going to show you how to do that real quick. But first I want to show you, this is another thing that I'm working on right now, made out of a file folder. It is in no way complete, but what I would love to know is, do you guys want a tutorial on this? So it's a two-sided kind of folio type thing. Again, not complete. So I'm going to work on that, but I can definitely do a tutorial if you guys are interested. So let me know down below. All right, so this is the cover that we made last time we were here. As you can hear, it's very hard. So it's a good sturdy cover. Both sides look the same. The inside looks the same on both sides. What I do is put my pages in and then I decorate. I know some people decorate before they put the pages in. I tried that one time and I wasn't a fan. So I do it the opposite. So I'm going to put my cover aside and we're going to talk about pages. I've pulled out a variety of things that I thought I may want to add. And here's some pages I chose. Okay, and here's some ephemera. They're also pages, but this was the scrap of the cover. I just folded it in half and made a tag, so that's going to go in there somehow. I have a guest check, a library pocket. I do want to put some seed packets in there. So I'm going to put the ephemera aside because that'll be our next video. We're just going to do pages today. All right. So what I've done is gone through my paper pack and I've picked out 5 pattern pages that I want to include. Again, these are white on the other side. They're not double-sided. I like lots of room to journal or write lists or whatever I want to write in there. So I have my 5 pages. I have a sheet of graph paper that is blank on the other side, some printed lined pages that I printed off my computer. There's 2, I think these are upside down. There's 2 book pages. This one had a farm vibe, and all I've done is fold my pages in half, okay? I thought this one was pretty cool. This is actually from a weather book, but I thought it was pretty cool. Here's a recipe page. Also, for the most part in my journals, I like my pages to be mostly the same size. An occasional one that's shorter or whatever is fine. There's a doily just for some interest. This is a ledger page. And then I have one piece of the scrapbook paper and then a lot of blank pages. So I like the craft look in this one. I like pink because it matches. I like the yellow, it matches. And then I have this confetti. It's almost cardstock, but it's not super thick. So I have a couple sheets of that. And a couple sheets of just blank old notebook paper. I may not put these in there. And I may not put all of these pages in there. I just have to kind of feel it out as I go. I like to put about 20 to 25 pages in my writing journals. That way, you know, you have them for a while. It's not just tiny little pieces of scrap writing and things like that. So what I do is I start with my pattern pages and I put them in the order that I want them to come up in the journal. So the inside of my journal is green. But it's the inside cover, so it's this. I don't want another pattern like a plaid or that, so I'll probably do the flowers first, then I'll do the red plaid, then I'll do the chickens, and I think I want the chickens to be in my middle. So then I'll do the polka dots. Then I'll do the plaid. And then I'll do the chickens. And what I'll do with the chickens is I will put those the opposite way so that when you open, that'll be the middle of my journal. So when I open the journal, it'll have chickens. It won't really be a writing page, but it'll have ephemera and stuff. All right, and then I'm going to go through and I'm going to disperse my papers in there the way that I want them to be in the book. So probably do that. Then maybe this sheet. And I'll put those in here. Okay. All right. Then I'll do a pink. That. One of these. And that will go here. I also think I'll put my doily here. No. I think I'll do this green sheet. Perhaps I'll do it this way. Then my doily. Then my next page. And you do however you want to do. Okay. Then I'll do one of these confetti pages. Maybe this page. Another pink or yellow. Or maybe a pink and yellow. It's really up to you and how you want your journal to look. All right. Then I think I'll do this page, the ledger page. Okay. The recipe book page. A craft. Boop. My other book page, and then my insert. Now, I still have a bunch of pages left. I'm going to go through and put them in. Let me see how many pages I have altogether. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't really count this as a page. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I have 20. So I'll add maybe 5 more. 1, 2. Then I'll have 25 pages. All right. A yellow page here, 3. 4. All right, so that is 25 pages, which will mean it has 25 sheets, which means it has 100 pages, because when you count pages, you count front and back, okay? Could I add these last 3 in? I probably could, but we're going to keep it even at 25 pages. All right, so I have the way my pages are going to go, and now we're going to do a little bit of trimming. So basically what I'm going to do is trim down my length of my pages from top to bottom. So my cover is 8.5 inches tall. I'm going to make them 8.25 inches tall. So I'm going to cut all my pages down and I'll be back, okay? What I'm going to do is cut 8.5 inches tall, and then I'm going to put them all together like this and get them as tight as I can. And then I'm going to trim them so that nothing hangs out on this side. Okay, I'll be right back. All right, so I'm back. I've trimmed down all my pages. As you can see, they're pretty even. This one's a little long, but I'm going to leave it. And they fit nicely into my cover. Without hanging out the sides. So what I'm going to do at this point is take my 2 bull clip, or whatever these are, I don't know, binder clips, and I'm going to clip my pages. I'm going to clip one side, and then I'm going to make sure everything is tight into the spine of the book. It's centered evenly. All the pages are the way that I want them. And then I'm going to clip my other side. Okay, so everything is clipped in. For my journals, I like to do a easy pamphlet stitch. It is really easy. So what you will need for this is an awl, A-W-L, awl. You can get them on Amazon or any one of a number of sites. Some waxed thread and a needle. In fact, I bought mine in like a little kit off Amazon. It came with a couple needles, a couple colors of waxed thread, and this awl. I think it came with scissors and a bone folder also. But I already have my needle threaded, and I like to, this is a substantial journal. I double my thread for anything more than, 7 or 8 pages. But first what I'm going to do is punch my holes. Now, there is no rhyme or reason to this. Basically what you want to do is punch a hole in the middle and at the top and the bottom. I always punch my middle hole first, so I just kind of estimate where the middle is. I'm going to guess right there. Put my awl straight up and down. Make sure my hand's not in the way. And just kind of work it through slowly. I keep the journal, can you see it come out the other side there? I keep the journal kind of folded so that it pushes through the middle of the spine. You can lay this on a book, an old book that you don't mind holes in. I just find it's easier to hold the journal. I don't want to push it too far. The farther you go, the bigger the hole is, because the awl gets larger as it goes up. So I'm just going to go to about there. And then I'm going to repeat that maybe an inch from the top. See my needle come through? Okay. And then I'm going to guess an inch from the bottom. Ooh, the bottom's kind of hard. Come on. I see it. It's right there. My hand's tired. There we go. There we go. All right. You put your awl away. Put it away so you don't poke yourself with it. Then I'm going to take my needle. Again, my threads are doubled. I'm going to go down through the middle hole. Okay? Down through the middle hole. I want to leave tails. So I'm going to leave about that much. Then I'm either going to go either the bottom hole or the top hole. Doesn't really matter which one. I'll do the top. Now, sometimes this can be a little tricky and make you wish that you had a thimble. Okay, there I go, up through my top. Okay, I'm gonna pull it tightish, not super tight, but flush to the. Okay, so that's what it's gonna look like. This is what the inside looks like. Okay, you have your tail here. Whoop. You have your tail here, and you're up through this hole. You're gonna bring it all the way down to the bottom hole. Okay, and go through the bottom hole, maybe. Sometimes it takes a little finagling. There we go. Down through the bottom. Okay. Now, you want to make sure both of your tails are on one side of the inside of the journal. Okay? And what you're going to do, okay, is you want to go back through the middle hole. When you come up on this side, you want to be on the opposite side of this strand. So I want to be on this side. Again, it takes a little bit of finagling sometimes. I tend to try to make my middle hole slightly bigger than my other two. All right, hold on. I'm all discombobulated here. And sometimes this causes me to cuss. I'm not gonna lie. I'm currently having a rough time trying to get my needle in there. So, what I think I'll do is pull this out a little bit, pull this down, and clip it under here. Okay, there. Now, that kind of helps. And now I'm gonna try it one more time. There are many different ways to bind a journal. I'm trying to push it with the table. It's not working. Let me see what we have going on here. You can just tie a ribbon around it if you don't want to do the sewing. If you think this looks a little testy, it can be a little testy. I prefer the way it looks in the end. Okay. It appears that I am not hold on, going through the hole. On second thought, let me bring my awl back. And I'm not going to cut any of this out because I want you guys to see there. So the hole is lined up. It's just giving me a fit. I want you guys to see how it goes. Again, sometimes there's cussing. I prefer the look There you go. I prefer the look of the sewn binding. I'm gonna, if you can see, I don't know if you can, my needle is in between these two. I want to make sure I put them both on the same side. It is on the proper side now, and I will pull it through. So, I'm gonna cut my needle off. I like to leave a little bit and just poke it in my wax thread so that I know where it is next time. Okay, I'm gonna take my clips off, and then I'm going to tie my binding. So make sure the two on this side are in this hand and the two on this side are in this hand. And what I'm gonna do is pull tight both ways. Okay. Make sure my back binding is tight, and you can see it is. So it's tight. Pull and tie in a double knot. Super easy, right? Make sure I keep both. Okay, and then I'm gonna tie it again. And there you have it. There is the cover of your book. I trim these, however, you could leave them long and put beads on the end if you wanted to. I don't. I just think that gets in the way for me. For me, personally. I don't do that. So I will trim mine relatively short. About there. Okay, and then just, you could tie a bow if you wanted to. And then I just pull them in separate directions so that they lay like that. And there you have it. You've just bound your first journal. And next comes the really fun part, the decoration. So join me for part 3, where we're gonna start decorating our journal. I hope you guys like this video. Again, I am in no means an expert on junk journals. This is just how I do mine. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe to my channel, leave me a comment below. That's how we get seen in the algorithm, and I really appreciate every one of you that watches my videos. So without further ado, my friends, go forth and be crafty. Bye for now.